Once upon a time, there was an old man who really loved wearing red. Every year at the dawn of Christmas, he would circle the globe in an instant, leaving Legos, dolls, or toy cars in the realm of good children. Okay, stop. We need to hit
pause
right here, because behind this romantic narrative lies the cold, hard reality of physics. Let's assume the global population of children is roughly 2 billion. Even if we take a very conservative estimate that only 15% of them are good kids, there's still about 300 million children. Even if you gain some time by flying against the Earth's rotation to get about 31 hours, Santa still has to visit about 1,000 households per second. This isn't just a matter of being fast. This isn't breaking the sound barrier. This is a speed where the air resistance would turn the sleigh into plasma and evaporate it. Basically, the moment Santa delivers a present, the night sky should smell like roasted venison, followed by a sonic boom that shatters every single glass window on Earth. That'd be scientifically accurate. And yet, on that night, we sleep soundly in total silence. What does that mean? It must be reasonable to suspect that he is placing the entire human race under mass hypnosis. The scariest thing about this old man isn't his speed, but his intelligence network.
He knows if you've been bad or good.
This seems to teach children patience, but look a little deeper, and it's perfect emotional control. It is a completion of Big Brother system. He knows if you're sleeping. He knows if you're awake. He even knows if what you did this morning was good or bad. This is a clear invasion of privacy, a surveillance system superior to the CIA, yet no one questions it. Let's go deeper and talk about Santa's labor exploitation structure. A minority group called elves lives at the North Pole. They work in toy factories, yet we have never seen news about elves negotiating wages or forming a labor union. They work 24/7 with no vacation solely for Christmas Day. Is this an economically viable model? If Santa paid them fair wages, Santa Corp should have a market cap exceeding Amazon or Apple. But Santa gives away products for free. The revenue model is zero, but the costs are astronomical. There is only one conclusion. Either the elves are voluntary volunteers or they're victims of illegal exploitation in the isolated environments of the North Pole. We smile at the elves in their cute hats, but in reality, there is a very high probability they are suffering from overwork, sleep deprivation, and chronic musculoskeletal disorders from repetitive assembly tasks. And we can't skip the Rudolph story. As we all know, Rudolph had a very shiny nose. Deer laughed at it. It's a typical case of group bullying, but one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa says, "Hey, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?" Here, we found a chilling fact. The moment Rudolph was accepted by the group was not when his difference was respected, but when his physical deformity was deemed useful for the organization's profit. In other words, if you're different from others, unless that difference benefits the person in power, you will remain a laughingstock forever. Santa stood by and watched the bullying happen. He only hired him when it became necessary. Is this true leadership? Now let's turn our gaze to our living rooms. The chimney. Yes, the chimney is a hidden vent and Santa's entrance. But look at modern architectures. I live in an apartment. I don't have a chimney. So, where does Santa come in? The front door? Or the window? If it's the window, that's a huge problem. Let's say I'm a light sleeper and I wake up to the sound of Santa entering. A strange, overweight man is roaming my living room. Should I welcome him or should I grab a baseball bat? This is a kind of thrill of Christmas, right? Furthermore, he demands milks and cookies as payment. It's a toll fee. But think about it. If he gets just 2 cookies and 1 glass of milk at 300 million households, 600 million cookies and 300 million glasses of milk in one night, this is an express ticket to, death. Santa's big belly isn't a sign of good personality. It's due to the carbohydrate overdose we forced upon him. we might be killing him with a calorie bomb named love. But the greatest tragedy occurs the moment we open the presents. When I was 7, I desperately wanted an RC car. I lived a really good life that year. I brushed my teeth for the full 3 minutes, and I never got caught spitting out carrots. But on Christmas morning, what lay by my head was a collection of biographies of great people. At that moment, skepticism about the existence of God hit my young brain hard. Does Santa not know my wish? Or didn't know but caved to the lobbying of my parents, who wanted to improve my intellectual capacity? I realized then, the world isn't a place that gives me what I want, but a place that forces upon me what others think I need. This is the essence of the trauma Christmas leaves behind, the gap between expectation and reality, that cold distance. So, why do we wait for Christmas despite of all these logical contradictions, capitalist tactics, and fears of privacy invasion? Why do I feel a strange flutter in my heart looking at the red sock right now? Maybe we wanted to be forgiven. Throughout the year, we were quite cowardly, lazy, and sometimes hated others. But Christmas, our desire to be acknowledged by a fictional judge named Santa, telling us, "You were still a pretty decent kid. You deserve a gift." Even if that gift isn't the RC car I wanted, I need that trace that someone thought of me and visited my room. Because in the lonely room of a young adult, where turning a boiler doesn't quite chase away the chill, the only thing that can fill it is the warmth of others that cannot be explained by logic. Now it's time to turn off the lights and get under the covers. Don't forget to have a good night. Merry Christmas.